Well, the Fifth Circuit Court of Federal Appeals has ruled that the 2012 memo responsible for creating the DACA program is unlawful and that the case must be sent back down to the lower court. NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson sat down with members of the immigrant community who are bracing for what comes next.
Can you speak? Speak.
Sagar Padagundi is a fighter. He's battled for everything he has in the United States, including these little moments of peace.
Good girl.
Now he fears he could lose it all.
I mean, if DACA was taken away, I mean, like, the whole life that I built myself this past, 20 years is going to be all taken away from me.
Sagar came to the U.S. from India at just 11 years old, hoping that his dad's work visa would be approved and extended to his family. It wasn't, and eventually both his parents had to go back, leaving Sagar and his two brothers undocumented in America, fending for themselves.
I mean, I was working, cleaning rooms, hotels, watching a 30-room hotel by myself, or with my older brother. We were just managing this.
All while the threat of deportation loomed over his life.
Was that scary? Oh, yeah, it was very scary, right? Like, I mean, even if I was trying to drive without a license or something, imagine I got caught in a minor traffic violation. I was subject for deportation.
Those fears somewhat eased in 2012, when pressure from undocumented youth pushed President Obama to create the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program through executive order.
Effective immediately, the Department of Homeland Security is taking steps to lift the shadow of deportation from these young people.
DACA has since shielded and offered work permit applications to more than 800,000 applicants, including Sagar.
DACA has just opened up a brand new door for me. You know, it's like, oh, with the social security number, I'm going to be able to do so many things across the board.
After being documented, Sagar graduated from college, established a scholarship for young immigrants, and is an executive at one of the largest tech companies in the world. But the rule is always under assault. President Trump closed DACA to new applicants, stopping just short of dismantling it altogether, thanks to a ruling from the Supreme Court. Last week, a three-judge panel for the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals concluded the Obama administration did not have the legal authority to create DACA in 2012, but it stopped short from ordering the Biden administration of shutting it down. DACA, now 10 years old, is once more back in limbo.
We knew it wasn't enough then. It's still not enough now. But we're in a position where we're having to fight just to keep it alive.
Elizabeth Mateo, an undocumented immigration attorney from Mexico, is able to practice in California due to changes in the state's laws. Unlike many of her clients, she doesn't have DACA protections.
What would your advice be to clients who are worried about what happens next?
So we know that it's not going to immediately terminate their DACA status, that they should talk to an attorney to see if they have any other avenues for relief.
Mateo believes the program's fate will eventually rise to the Supreme Court, where she hopes, despite the court's conservative makeup, the young spirit that started DACA can save it.
That level of participation in organizing and activism that young people showed 10 years ago, that can be replicated again.
Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.